Hello and welcome back to the channel. A few months ago I made a video about this refrigerator sitting here next to me. I'm actually sitting in the closet in my office here at home. This fridge still going strong. Thanks again to NewAir for sending it out for me to take a look at. But today I come back to you to talk about another fridge from NewAir because they sent me another one to try out. Let's go upstairs. Today we're going to be taking a look at the NewAir FlipShelf wine and beverage fridge. There's the model number if you're curious. NWB180SS00 holds 179 cans or 49 bottles. Has a digital thermostat. It can go from 37 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is built-in or freestanding. At first glance, you might think that looks very similar to the one we just took a look at down in the basement, and to be honest, it is very similar. But as we'll see here shortly, there are a few differences. Now, sort of first and foremost, one of the key differences between this fridge and the one I looked at previously is what I just mentioned a minute ago, the FlipShelf technology. With the other fridge, it uses these shelves that I have here in my hand. I just pulled one and brought it up with me. Completely flat, no matter which way you put them in. But the flip shelves, if you can tell, have this curve to them. Down here on the lower parts, you can see that I have a couple of shelves set up that allow bottles to be placed in them. We actually do not drink a whole lot in the family here. Here's a bottle of wine I did just happen to have on hand that we've had on hand for quite a while. It just hasn't been opened, but it does fit on the shelf and it doesn't slide around or anything because it does have the waves, the racks kind of built in. But as I mentioned, it's a flip shelf. So if you don't like that, if you don't want to use that, you can flip it over like I have done here and have just a flat shelf, a flat surface that you can put your drinks on. And of course that works at whatever height you want to put it at. As you can probably see here on the side, there are different layers that you can put each of the shelves. It does come with a total of 4 shelves pre-installed, and you can of course take them out if you don't want to use them, flip them over. And as you can see here, we do keep this fridge pretty well stocked because this is a lot closer to where the rest of the family normally is. One thing I will say about it though, you might notice up here it says 46 degrees now. It might have said 35 just a couple of seconds ago. I've had this open for maybe 30 seconds and that goes up very quickly. What you might also notice though, I do have a thermometer in there. I've been keeping an eye on it. I have not seen the temperature in it go below 44, and of course this is a standalone thermometer. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but realistically that does tell me that it isn't quite getting down to 35 or 37 degrees. 37 is where it's supposed to be, and it's probably more along the lines of 40 to 42 degrees. But in my experience with it, it does keep the drinks decently cold enough that you can pull a drink out and have it be at a comfortable temperature to drink with your dinner or your meal of choice. But the interesting thing about it to me is just the sizing. As I mentioned, it says on the box it'll hold 179 cans or 49 bottles, 4 built-in shelves, and each of the shelves has something in the nature of like 5 curves in it. So if you were to alternate the orientation of the bottles, I'm still not sure how you would fit 49 inside of here. Just talking like full-size wine bottles. And 179 cans, again, as I've said with the other refrigerators of theirs I've looked at, I'm not sure where they arrived at that number. And it's inconsistent. So if you go to the website, the NewAir website, it says something like 162 cans and like 54 bottles of wine, but the box and the other websites like Best Buy and Amazon all say 179.49. So I'm not sure where the numbers come from. Looking at it as sort of an objective observer, just a person using the fridge, and I will admit my family and I have been using this fridge for a month at this point. It does keep the beverages cool and it does hold a reasonable amount of them. I would not ever say that it'll hold 179 cans. If I were really trying, I could probably squeeze 100 to 115 cans in there maximum, and that's every shelf being absolutely squished in against the next shelf and really pushing them in as far back as they could go. Does that make it a bad product? Absolutely not. Like I said, it does keep them cold. It has a decent amount of room in it. It has an LED light built in, which the previous fridge I looked at had like a 3-way light. It could go different colors. This one has one color. That's perfectly fine. We actually haven't been using it because it is on the main level of the house. In terms of the sound that it makes, you might be able to hear it in the background if I stop for a second, because it is running at the moment. But just doing a quick test, it looks like it is around 40 to 41 decibels, and I am right here, like my hand is about to touch, and let me stop talking for a second. Yeah, right around 41 decibels, and my hand is practically touching the refrigerator, which I think is quieter than they said it was going to be on the website. They said it would be like 43 to 46 decibels, so it is quieter than expected, and again, right next to it. If you're in the next room, you're going to be able to hear it if you're really listening for it. But we have the television 15 feet away from this, and we can watch television without this being a disturbance, and there's not a whole lot more I can say about it than that. It keeps your beverages cool. It has a decent amount of space. It has some customizability with the flip shelves so that you can have either wine bottles or soda bottles or soda cans or bottles of water, whatever else you want to put inside of this fridge, and you can hold a lot of it in there. The price tag is going to be the part that catches a lot of people up. It's $800 on their website. Looks like on Best Buy and Amazon it was like $775, which does make it less expensive than the previous fridge that I took a look at. But still, I have not been disappointed in it in any way. The family has enjoyed having this extra refrigerator up here to get the drinks, because when you've got kids and you've got family that's coming to visit on a regular basis, having another place where you can put the drinks so that the food for the family can be in the primary fridge, this is very much a first world problem solver here, and I realize that. But either way, I think that's where I'm going to wrap the video up for today, sort of short, sweet, and to the point. Thanks so much to NewAir for reaching out, for offering to send this out for free for me to take a look at. We have very much enjoyed using it over the last month. I will also mention here, just because I'm sure you're seeing it, the door is not level. It's not causing any sort of air leakage or anything, but that was mentioned about the last NewAir fridge that I looked at, and it doesn't cause a problem. And actually in this case, the door does not move at all, whereas on the other fridge I looked at, it was actually loose, so you could wiggle it around. This one is not. This has been perfectly fine for us, and I appreciate it. So thanks so much to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up if you happen to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to get notified when new videos come out. Hit that little notification bell, ring it if you are into that kind of thing. And I'll see you again in the next one. Bye, guys.